Ya van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days and it's been weeks, and he hasn't said anything. Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the best. Basically, fight for your country. Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! Porque la Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? Oscar Blue right here for Border Network News and America's Voice News and other outlets. Thank you so much for joining. God bless every single one of you that is watching. Thank you so much. God bless our country of Mexico, our city of Tijuana, and God bless the United States of America. Let's thank God for giving us 2 legs, 2 arms, a mind that we can think, a heart that we can feel, and eyes that we can see. Thank you so much for joining every single one of you on this Sunday. It is May 16th of 2021. Before we start the live feed, I would like to be clear about my sentiments and my perception of what is happening in Israel and also in Palestine. A lot of people, they're entitled to their own opinion and they're entitled to their own decision. I believe that everybody has the decision to choose freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of belief. And I believe that, it is important that we take the number one perception, that is peace. Of course, there is a terrorist group by the name of Hamas that it needs to be addressed by the world and eliminated entirely. This terrorist group, not only Hamas, but also Hezbollah, that it has been, an extremist group affecting lives and also affecting the world. But apparently, because of this group, everybody is judging all the Palestinian people. And I believe that that is wrong. There's a lot of people in Palestine that they're innocent and they're suffering because of these terrorist group. There's a lot of people in Palestine that they have died because of this terrorist group. Not all Palestine people are bad. It's like signalizing that all the people and all the migrants are bad. That is a mistake. There's a lot of migrants and thousands of migrants that they're really good people and they want to migrate correctly, but they are brainwashed and they are used by smugglers and by coyotes and by nonprofit organizations that they tell them how to cheat. So it's not their fault. It's entirely the globalists that they're managing this this narrative on how to use people, how to use human beings. It reminds me of one of the most important scenes in history, humankind history, when Jesus saves Maria Magdalena, Mary Magdalene, that she was supposedly a prostitute. And the Jewish people were throwing rocks, or were about to throw rocks at her because she was a prostitute. Jesus picks out a rock and says, "Whoever is free of sin, throw the first stone." And nobody threw a stone. This example, it tells you that you cannot judge a person for their mistakes. And it's exactly how a lot of people are judging the Palestinian people for a group and a terrorist group that is called Hamas. A lot of these groups that they are terrorists, and also, that they are extremist groups, they affect the world. Not only Palestine, not only Iran, not only Iraq, not only Israel, not only the Middle East, not only the continent of Africa. They affect the world, entirely the world. So these groups need to be addressed and they need to be eliminated. But there's always priorities. So let God bring peace between these two countries, because not all of the people are bad. Not all of the people are bad. We need to understand that people, innocent people, are dying. Not only if they are wearing a hijab or they're not wearing a hijab. Innocent people are dying in these terrorist attacks. And that is the most important thing, that war needs to stop. War is never a solution. It is not the solution. It is not the solution what Hamas is doing, and Israel is defending themselves, and ultimately they're defending themselves with the justification that they got attacked. And it is never the solution. War is not the solution. Let's be fair, and let's be ultimately, transparent about the situation. Peace is the number one option. Peace is the number one option. It's like generalizing that Mexico is all cartels. Hardworking people there in Mexico. It's generalizing that all the people in the United States of America are Antifa or Black Lives Matter. It's because of the United States of America that Fast and the Furious happened. That all these, undocumented, unaccompanied minors arrived because of the United States of America. It's generalizing and saying it is fault of the United States. It is not the fault of the United States citizens. It is not the fault of the United States of America. It's the fault of a government that is taking the decisions without the consent of the people. That is why we don't need to judge a country. Judge the people that they are in charge of these evil and ultimately these evil and demonic and terrorist groups. That is the problem. These evil and demonic groups that they are destroying the world. And because of those evil and demonic groups, a lot of innocent people are losing their lives. So let's not judge other people that they're innocent. God bless you all. Let's get right into the news, people. A famous, really well-known smuggler got caught this weekend, or this Friday, I believe. So it was Friday or Saturday. I believe that it was Friday night when he got caught. And this is a picture of him as he got arrested with 41 migrants trying to cross illegally through the part of Mexicali. This is a picture of him. Wow, this is a really shocking picture, as they are, all the migrants, they're turning their back. As you can see, All of them, they're men. You got 1, 2, 3 women right here. 4, 5 women. 1, 2, if I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 women. 8 women I can see right here in this picture. And the other ones are males. So this smuggler got caught on Friday. I believe that it was Friday. And let me read the note. It says, smuggler got caught with 41 migrants at the Valley, Mexican Valley, Mexicali Valley. Mexicali, it is the border that is connected to Calexico, California. He was charging up to $8,500 per person. Unbelievable. $8,500 per person. That is a quantity that we have heard in the past. Agents, the article says, agents from the from HESI, that is the State Guard of Security and Investigation, and also the Fiscal General of the state, they accomplished the detention of a presumptuous trafficker of people during some operations of vigilance in the Valley area in Mexicali, where they accomplished on detaining 41 migrants. Authorities, they noticed a Ford pickup truck, F-150, over, a really difficult road to get to the concrete road in the rural parts of Nezahualcóyotl and Mexicali. That police units, they immediately detected that something was wrong with this vehicle. In the interior of the vehicle, they found 41 migrants in the unit, who, all of them, they pointed out who was the person in charge. And all of them, the 41 migrants, a lot of them, they were nationals, that this is from all parts of Central and South America, and also Guatemala origin. The detainee was with the name of Ernesto, 39 years of age, 39, and he was informing that he was crossing people through a really well-known zone in Mexicali by the area known as Cuervitos or Pisavidrio in the Valley zone. He was telling the authorities that he was paying a tariff to the cartel. He was just a well-known smuggler, but he was paying a tariff to an organization for the organization to let him work freely, and he was charging $8,500 per migrant. $8,500 per migrant. It's absolutely wow, man. You let me just get the calculator right here. I'm really bad with math, but let me see if I got the calculator right here. And you right here, 8,500. Let me just 8,500 por 41. So around $348,500. $348,500 with 41 people. It is just unbelievable. And this is just a typical average day for this guy. Almost $500,000 with 41 people. Unbelievable, man. So imagine how many times this man has, this man possibly he's a millionaire. And he was charging $8,500, which he got arrested, detained, and ultimately now he is under the Mexican authorities, which they are, a lot of people are doubting what the Mexican authorities are going to do, if they're going to get, if there's going to be corruption on this detention, if they are going to hold this guy accountable for his acts, or is he going to be detained for quite numerous time. They don't know. Until now, they don't know. But the only thing that I can tell you is that, it is just unbelievable what these individuals they're doing. It's just an enormous quantity. It's just humongous quantity of money, which, it is unbelievably 348,000 with just 41 people. It's just amazing. It's just unbelievable. Now, another thing that we need to be talking about is this is being reported by several outlets in our city of Tijuana. And one of the outlets that has been reporting on this has been Uniradio Informa. That is one of the ones that has been also doing the job. And right here, this article on the 16th of May, released by Uniradio Informa in Tijuana, it says, the fluency of migrants to the United States, it is increasing. And these are not people that they were in the MPP process, that is the Stay in Mexico process. So the fluency of migrants, it is increasing, and there are a lot of them that they're entering to the United States of America. God bless you all. Buy Me a Coffee is on the top of the link. If you guys want to cooperate and contribute to my work, Buy Me a Coffee is on top of the link. Thank you so much. And also my PayPal. Also, I'm live at YouTube and also at and also on Facebook. So Buy Me a Coffee is on top, and also my PayPal. Thank you so much for contributing. So this is an article by Uniradio Informa. It says the fluency of migrants has increased into the United States of America, and these people are not necessarily that they were in the program MPP. But look what it says right here. Uniradio has been talking to Al Otro Lado, that is the organization of lawyers. And it says, it's been 2 months that through activists, with support of activists, look at this, activists from the United States of America, not activists from Mexico. Uniradio is basically saying that these are activists from the United States of America, not activists from Mexico. Just for you guys to know that what are these people referring to? Uniradio is a Tijuana outlet, which is a Tijuana news outlet that has been for the longest time over here. And look what it says right here. More than 2 months and a half with support of activists like the organization Al Otro Lado, that is, American lawyers working in Mexico. They have been entering migrants to the United States of America through the border of Tijuana. That these people are not in the MPP process. Their families, which they have comparable evidence that they can have the asylum. These families, they apply. The motive, it's one of the migrants, saying, she explains, the motive that I'm coming is really strong. It's aggravating my case because they killed my husband, and it was the father of my children. But look at this, what it says right here. The migrants, they have to fill out a survey at the border where they have to include their number of WhatsApp so they can be located, and they can be in their shelter of preference. And as a matter of fact, it says, it does not even matter if they want to be in a chaparral. On the meantime, lawyers from Al Otro Lado study their cases, and they present them to the American authorities, which at the end of the day, they define if they qualified or not. Like is this case of this lady that she was in the shelter Agape with Pastor Alberto with her 4 children, and now they're going to Tennessee. God bless Pastor Alberto, I must say. Pastor Alberto has been one of the people that has been doing everything correctly in terms to the asylum. And it says right here on the bottom, Al Otro Lado has received 4,000 applications of migrants asking for asylum in the last 2 months. 4,000. Holy cow, people. 4,000 applications. That's humongous. In the last 2 months, 400 of those 4,000, they already entered the United States of America, thanks to the new mechanism that has been implemented by the authorities and civil organizations, that these civil organizations are these nonprofits, which the condition it is to require, it requires a presence in the country to follow up the process of asylum. And then right here, Pastor Alberto was, was interviewed right here. And on the bottom, he quoted, a lot of migrants, they have proof and they have evidence. He's saying, go to shelters, because in the shelters, this is Pastor Alberto, and this is what I've been saying. Don't stay in the camp. Don't stay in the migrant camp with all these activists. You don't know who these activists are, because I will show right now proof of what these activists have done in the past. So I'm referring this to the migrant community. Don't stay in the camps in El Chaparral. Go to shelters, and then from there, you can follow up with your lawyer. If it is al otro lado, follow up with them. But don't stay in those migrant camps, because they exist activists which they don't have good intentions. So they're saying several migrants, Pastor Alberto says right here, they have enough proof and evidence. So he says, go to the shelters, because in the shelters, we can canalize you and help you out in the process. And it is a little bit more quicker. And we have had cases that they have been 6 weeks, 2 months. And, it does not last that much, because we're doing everything correctly. So that is Pastor Alberto from Shelter Agape. What am I referring to? Why go to the shelters and not stay over here? Why am I saying that? Why am I referring and consistently saying that? And it is because of this. Everybody knows what I showed, a couple of weeks ago. And this is what I showed a couple of weeks ago. And this is a complete embarrassment. And this is a complete abuse. This is evidence of, a document, a forged document, a fake document by an activist of the United States of America, or somebody that passed himself as a lawyer, that stole the information from this migrant, his personal information, and robbed and stealed the migrant by $3,500. This was evidence that these people impersonated a lawyer and impersonated an agent from ICE. This is why Pastor Alberto has been saying, don't stay in those camps. Go to a shelter, because in the shelter, you have supervision. You have a specific place where you can actually prove that these people are lawyers and they're trying to help you correctly, because you don't want activists to be acting up and saying, I'm a lawyer. I can present you a lawyer. I can help you out with a lawyer. And this is what happens. Look at right here on the bottom. Again, I will show this document, that it was a forged document, a fake document with the seal of the Department of Homeland Security, sent to a migrant, making him believe that these documents that I'm showing right here, it was a letter of admission to the United States of America, stealing from him $3,500. Look at it. It says right here, name of the agent acting on behalf of the Department of Homeland Security, Efrain Lopez. And this is another image that is the process for him to basically, for him to, they send them another link right here. This is other forged documents, and you can see the bond right here. That is the quantity of $3,500, which I have explained now for the past 2 weeks. And you can see right here the amount of quantity right here that it was deposited to Efrain Lopez. It was a deposit of $2,000 at Western Union, and it was another deposit by $1,500 to Efrain Lopez right here on Western Union. So these kind of activities, this is the reason why Pastor Alberto has been so persistent on telling the migrants, please go to shelters, where in the shelters you can have more possibilities on obtaining the asylum correctly, legally, with the lawyer. If it is al otro lado lawyer, if they're doing things correctly, well, these lawyers, might as well be at the shelter and not doing it in a camp. Where in the camp, you don't know which kind of activists they have the intentions of helping you or provoking a bad situation to happen, or ultimately to take advantage of you, like this right here. that is a horrible thing that they took advantage of this migrant with $3,500, and now God knows who has the information of these people inside of the United States of America who gave the money to this individual who make himself pass as a lawyer and also as a ICE agent. That is absolutely amazing. It is amazing what is happening. So that is the information regarding the enormous fluency of migrants which is occurring right now in our city of Tijuana. It is increasing. It is growing due to the fact that a lot of these cases that they are arriving into the border, there are cases that they are legitimate cases. Apparently, the majority of these cases, they are 100% comparable, that they apply for the political asylum, that they are for asylum. And that right now, the policies right now, they are a little bit more open to credibility of who has the asylum and who's not. So going back to what is going on in Tapachula. Tapachula is the border that connects to Guatemala. And this is what it happened yesterday. Yesterday, the United Nations, the Organization of Refugees by the United Nations that is called ACNUR, visited the border of Tapachula. And meanwhile, I'm playing this video that it was given to us by our colleagues in Tapachula, which is a video from a drone. It shows clearly. I will play the video and I will read what the statement of this statement from the highest commissioner of the ACNUR, the highest commissioner of the ACNUR, which her name, ACNUR, the Refugee Commission of the United Nations, which her name is Kelly Clements. And I will read, meanwhile I'm playing this video, I will read what the statement that she wrote. That is a humongous statement. So I will read only the quotes for you guys to kind of understand what she said and what is going on over here. So let me play this video. And this is an actual aerial view of what the border looks like. So Kelly Clements, as you're going to see her right here in the video, said that she visited. Kelly Clements is the head chief of the Commission of the United Nations for Refugees, and she visited that she had a meeting with the commissions of refugees of ACNUR in Honduras, Guatemala, and Mexico, where she has testified right now that people are obligated to flee their country, and she has recognized the risk of these people and families on their travesties and journeys that they are risking their lives. In Central America, she visited several communities where she said that they're obligated to live under, this is Kelly Clements right here on the screen that you guys are seeing her. There's families that they're obligated to leave their homes because of the violence and persecution and aggravated extreme poverty, and also the climate conditions. Now they're bringing climate. That is another word that I want you guys to understand how everything goes together. Now they're bringing climate conditions. So they're saying climate conditions and also the pandemic, COVID-19. That's what Kelly Clements said. She also said, I had the opportunity to talk to some people. Literally, they're running away for their lives, escaping violence, extortion, recruitment of gangs, and also a violation of their lives due to gangs and other criminal groups. The violence of gender specifically is aggravated in the region, where a lot of women and little girls, they suffer violence that is irreplaceable. Clements also visited organizations that they are related to ACNUR, and she said, I was really impacted by the enormous work that all these nonprofit organizational groups are doing. And it is my passion and compromise to help these kind of communities. Also, Clements got to understand firsthand that she is going to help for protections and immediate solutions for people that they are being replaced or they're forced to leave their homes through international borders. Hopefully that she will visit Panama and also, the canal in Panama in Darien. She said in Mexico, we are going to overpass 70,000 applications for asylum in 2019. So this year is going to overpass that number that it was registered in 2019, that it was 70,000. In 2016, it was only 10,000. So, has been increasing enormously. And now she adds also that Guatemala has increased their asylum, applications by 88%. And she adds right here, she quotes, she said, up to 1 million people in Central America have been replaced to force. They have been obligated to leave their land, up to 1 million people. It is the responsibility of the international community and all of us to help these people to rebuild their lives. The first step to all the countries is to guarantee their access of asylum to the people that they depend on it. Also, Clements said that it's really important the necessity of financial support and technical support by the governments and organizations that they're working thoroughly to give humanitarian and protection help that they are being forced to leave their countries in Central America and also Mexico. 7 countries of origin, that is the transited area of asylum, that is all the map that I shown you guys yesterday, due to the canal of Darien, that this canal of Darien in Panama, it is the canal and it is the entrance, the most dangerous and violent entrance into Central America. It is Darien. This place, specifically, it has a lot of people that they have, been kidnapping, women that they have been raped, violated, and all this, kidnapped, trafficked. It is a really dangerous place to a jungle. And she's saying 7 countries of origin of transit and asylum of the region. These countries are Belize, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, and Panama. That they're working together by the integral region of protection and solutions that is called MIRPS. That is an initiative oriented to search solutions, lead by the states that they are in the front line to help this catastrophes. And the next month, Spain will be reunited in solidarity with the ACNUR organization. So this is a video right here of the border. You guys know that I traveled to Tapachula and this border 3 times already. I crossed to Tapachula from Guatemala in these kind of water rafts 3 times already. And I have shown you guys this kind of situation. As you guys see right here, how, people are, going back and forth. This is a commerce, area, which it is the level of transportation. A lot of people say, why didn't you put a wall? Look how difficult it might be to put a wall right there. And it is, it's an open area. It's a river Suchiate, which it is a historic river, which the Maya culture used to travel there back in the centuries, So it is, it is really important. You see right here, the head commission of the United Nations. Also, you see Ms. Clements right here of ACNUR talking to the people in Tapachula and ultimately giving information of what is going on and what they are going to do with this enormous problem that is the enormous influx of migrants in Tapachula. Now, I've been consistently talking to you guys about this situation and that particular border. It is going to collapse, I believe. I hope not, but I believe in facts and numbers. And what I'm seeing is that the enormous influx, it is not stopping. You got more than 14,000 migrants from Haiti scattered all over the place, and necessity of water, food, work, jobs. And you also still you're admitting more and more and more. So you bring in a situation of need to a place that is Tapachula, that is already on need for the Mexican people and the Mexican farmers and the Mexican indigenous people, that they are going through a collapse of the economy thanks to the pandemic. And now you add this factor into this city, so it provokes an atmosphere of poverty, really, and need. So this border, inevitably, right now, it has more than 70,000 migrants scattered all over the place. And it's just it's a moment, it's a TikTok, that is about to collapse. And they need to start doing things correctly, that is documented peacefully and with a purpose. Now, this is not going to stop, people. Unfortunately, for people that they are saying, when is it going to stop? Meanwhile, Mexico is in this globalist compact of immigration, and Central America, and everybody's uniting to be in this globalist compacts of immigration. This is not going to stop. It needs to be more educated. It needs to be more regulated. And if people are going to adapt to this, it needs to be addressed correctly as it needs to be a migration, correct? This is an irregular migration. It's a massive influx. It's a massive way to migrate, and it is incorrect. There's a lot of necessities, but there needs to be support from other countries to conduct this migration in a legal process and correctly. This is incorrect, the way that it's happening, and everybody knows that. But Canada already adapted. The United States is adapting now to this, to this complex problem. Mexico already adapted to it. Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador already is adapting to it. Belize on the left hand side of the Gulf, it is give me like you're promoting one world order, Oscar. Oh my God, this comment. So I'm promoting the one world order. Holy cow. I don't know if I understood this comment correctly. I'm not going to put attention to it, because when have I promoted the one world order? When have I been in favor of the new world order? When have I've been in favor of the Agenda 2030? Am I not explaining what is happening right now? Am I not explaining correctly and patiently and step by step how the irregular migration, it is functioning due to a globalist compact of immigration, which is signed by a lot of countries and 150 some countries in the world? Am I not explaining it correctly? Is this mind of this individual not entering my explanation correctly? So I have to yell. So I have to build an atmosphere of hate. So I will build this atmosphere. I don't want it. I don't want it for you to understand and for you to admit and for you to fall into your narrative. That is what you want, buddy. That is what you want. Amazing. So this is let us go back to the main topic. So the main topic is this. Sounds like you're promoting one world order. Get the hell out of here, man. Get out. I'm not promoting it. I'm explaining. And I don't know what kind of individual you are. Get out. So, this is the actual situation. You got globalist compact of immigration, which is signed now by Canada, which is signed now and is going to be signed by the United States of America, which is already signed by Mexico, which is now being signed by the Triangle of Central America, which is already going to be signed by Panama, Colombia, and Venezuela. Ultimately, you have the whole continent of America who is going to be falling into the narrative of the globalist compact of immigration. Now, I've been talking about this for quite some time now. And what I've been saying is this. It is really simple. After the globalist compact of immigration, it comes the globalist compact of the environment. And the globalist compact of the environment, you guys, you guys need to understand that this is going to come strongly. The globalist compact of the environment is already happening, people. It's already happening how they are controlling the industry, how they're going to control the industry, and how they're going to say, if you want to be part of this new world economic, infrastructure, you need to fall into these directions to not to contaminate this, and this much. So this is the Paris deal. Join the Paris deal, and you can be part of this new world, economy. So after the country falls into, there's only one need to fall into their plan. They're going to corner all these countries to let them understand that that is the only exit for them to join the Paris deal. After they join the Paris deal, here comes the globalist compact of the education that has been being promoted right now by the Vatican and by the Pope. It stopped being promoted before the 14th of May of 2020, and now it is being promoted again by the Pope. He's starting to promote it again, and he's inviting, globalist country, globalist. He uses the word globalization, the new globalized education, new this, new that, new this. So it is everything is falling into place. Now, all of this, the industry, the immigration, all of this is going to fall into one system, that is the health system, and the health system is going to be followed by the World Health Organization. To all these industries that they are in the Paris deal, they're going to have to be regulated by the COVID-19 regulations. That is, you have to be vaccinated for you to work. You have to show your vaccine card or your vaccine credential, or your vaccine certificate for you to not wear a mask, for you to be safe stations, for you to travel, for you to do this. Look what they're doing right now to the border, and the border of Tijuana. This is a speculation that they're saying that from the next month of June, if people want to be allowed into the United States of America, they're going to have to show credential proof that you already been vaccinated. So this is an ultimate control about you want to. There's no other solution. Are you going to? If you want to travel to the United States, you got to get vaccine. So it is inevitable. Yeah, it is happening. It is happening right now. Also, it was a statement released, and I said it 2 days ago, that it was, that is, that in confined spaces in restaurants, if you don't want to wear a mask, you're going to have to show your certificate that you already have been vaccinated twice. A lot of people don't know this, and I shown this article. I will show it before I go. I shown this article that has been released that, if you guys want to be in confined spaces at a restaurant or, closed spaces, you can without a mask, but you have to show your certificate that you already been vaccinated. So everything is a piece of a puzzle, people. Everything is a piece of a puzzle. Every single thing is a piece of a puzzle. A globalist compact of immigration, globalist compact of the environment, that is the Paris deal, the globalist compact of education. All of them are to globalize the world and to fall into a one world solution, one world order, one world law. It is going to happen. It is not a conspiracy theories. I am not a QAnon. The hell out of here with that. It is a reality, and it is already happening, and it is the way that they are controlling the narrative of every single thing. So this is the ACNUR, the Commission of Refugees, visiting the border of Tapachula. For everybody that it was watching, this is what is, what has happened a couple of days ago. ACNUR, that is the Commission of Refugees, and the head chief of the Commission of Refugees, Ms. Clements, visited the border of Tapachula. So this is, the absolutely incredible news on that particular part of the border, which it is getting worse every day and every day by the moment. Now, let us go to another, another news, and it is this came in last night as a cartel leader by one of the most violent cartels in our country, that is the Cartel del Golfo, of her leader, and is supposedly the main leader of the cartel. This article was released by Lopez Doriga, that is the teacher of journalism in our country. This says the La China, that is her nickname, the Chinese woman, got detained and is supposedly the leader of the Golfo cartel, that is the cartel of the Gulf. This cartel of the Gulf, it is located in the east part of the country, close to Veracruz, Tamaulipas, Matamoros, and all those kind of parts. So they personally lead those parts of the country. So this woman, it says right here, the statement by the Fiscal General of the Republic informed on Saturday the detention of La China. Presumptively, she's a leader of the cartel of El Golfo. This was a tweet released by the Fiscal General of Mexico, as you can see on the top. It says, with coordination with the CEMAR and the CNI, those are organizations of security in Mexico, and the FGR, we apprehended Marta P. That is, we apprehended her for probable, it says probable organized delinquents. This person has been identified as a leader of the, delinquent group of El Cartel El Golfo, that is in Tamaulipas, as you see hashtag Tamaulipas right here. And it says right here on the bottom, Marta P, it is, she declared herself innocent, and she will be treated as all of the apprehended people and their procedures until she declares responsible, and the sentence will be emitted by the jurisdiction of organization in Article 13 of the of the Fiscal General of the Republic. So this is Marta G, and this Marta P, as she was arrested, and as she is a supposed leader of El Cartel del Golfo. Amazing. This is an enormous capture by the government. Show her face. Somebody saying show her face. Okay, let me explain to you guys how social media and mainstream media works for people that are saying show her face. If you show her entire face without showing her eyes, the the live feed or the post can be dropped or be reported. So you can use that. It is violating, standard rules by every mainstream media and also by publication. So please, learn that. As you see, a lot of these people that they're being detained, a lot of them, they show their backs of their heads and they blur their eyes or they blur some of their face. It is because of that. It's not because they don't want to show you the face. It's because it's an automatic humanitarian right of the detainee for them to be asked to not to show entirely their face. So it is not that I don't want to. It is the way that it is. So I'm sorry. I apologize for that. So this is the detainee responding by the name of Marta P. And this is a leader of the Cartel del Golfo, a cartel that has been under attack by the CGNG cartel and also by the Sinaloa cartel. This cartel, that is El Cartel del Golfo, has been in war with El Chapo Guzman and also was, in reconstruction when it was the Zetas cartel. And ultimately now, it is a reconstruction of the Golfo cartel in a fight with the CGNG cartel. It is a complete mess for those particular territories that exist in that particular east part of our country in the country of Mexico. How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and Americans Voice News. Thank you so much for watching. Follow my partner, Real Anthony Agüero. You can follow him at at all the platforms. Also, Ben Bearquam, Real America's Voice News, the voice of the people. Also, follow Will Johnson and Unite America First. We got a big surprise for you guys regarding Will Johnson. And also, follow Miss Sarah Carter and all the platforms that you can find. Fox News. She does incredible work. Follow her also. You can follow me at Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, YouTube, and also Rumble. I will give 5 minutes of our time for ask a Q&A on this Sunday. I will answer Q&A questions if we have 145 people in YouTube watching and we have 240 people at Facebook watching right now. That is what I'm registering. So it's apparently like almost 400 people. So thank you so much for every single one of you joining. If you guys want to ask a question right there, go ahead, Q&A. Buy me a coffee. It's on top of the link. If people want to support my independent reporting, thank you so much. And also my PayPal. God bless. I will wait for some questions. Really, concrete questions I will answer. And I know the feed has a delay, so I have to wait sometimes. A lot of people say something, Oscar Blue, say something. And immediately when I want to close the live feed, all the questions start coming in. So I know that there's a delay, right here. So I will wait for some people want to ask a question or not. I'm right here for you guys. After this live feed, I will be doing one in Spanish. I will be talking in general what has been going on at the border. So if people want to join in, if people want to join in, go ahead. So apparently Facebook is shadow banning the comments. So it's sad to hear that. So I will be ending the live feed. I'm sorry to hear that. So thank you so much for joining every single one of you on this Sunday. I just received a message from our moderator that a lot of the comments are not being, in the message box. They're not letting, comment in the message box. There's a comment right here. Hey Oscar, can you give an update on how many people are still at your Tijuana border? In reference to what people? Migrant population. What kind of people you're referring to? We're all human beings, right? But what kind of, in reference to which people are you referring to? How many people? Another question. Are waiting at the border to cross? I don't know, right? What you're referring to, because if this question is being asked right now, I can go to Cómo está la garita. That is an application that tells you how many people are awaiting to cross legally on the pedestrian, to cross legally into the pedestrian line, like walk into the United States of America. So probably will tell you it's an hour wait, or it's like 40 people, 50, 60, 100 people, 200 people. So if you can tell me that, or I can tell you how many vehicles there are right now to cross to the United States of America, and I can tell you 200 vehicles. So I don't know, what are you referring to? Your tent city, you showed us the viewers. Okay. Supposedly a lot of the migrants that they are in Camp El Chaparral, they're leaving that area because of the conditions and ultimately the response and the security factor that is the most important security factor. So a lot of these people are leaving and they're going. Apparently between 1,000 now they are leaving. They are right there at that camp, which it grew to almost 2,000 people. Why is the UN in Tapachula? The UN has been in our country of Mexico for the longest time, and the UN is in Tapachula. Thank you so much. Here's the response for you guys from the one and only Mr. Pastor Alberto. Pastor Alberto, he's been going to the camp more often, so he knows the number, more credible number. It was going up to 2000s now. Pastor Alberto is saying right here in a comment on the message box, in El Chaparral, there is 1,450 people in the campsite. So you actually have, thank you so much. Muchas gracias, Pastor. Dios me lo bendiga. Le mando un abrazo. So, that is a, right now, the average so-and-so number that is going on. Why is the UN in Tapachula? The UN has always been in Mexico, has always been trying to help the migrant population. And they already built a shelter over there. It's a humongous shelter that is in Tapachula. And they already built, some other outlets to help the migrant population. So it's always been there, has always been there. Ms. Glenda Murphy. How you doing, Ms. Glenda? God bless your heart. Will you be going to the wall to show they are finishing those areas we paid for? The areas that you paid for the wall, right? The wall has been stopped. The construction of the wall has been stopped in all California, all of it. We showed not too long ago, Ben Berquam and myself, we went up, we went up, to the top of the mountain, and we show how the wall was being stopped. A lot of construction, a lot of construction has been stopped. A lot of material, millions and millions of dollars have been stopped. So they're just standing right there, equipment and all this kind of stuff. So it's a reality. It's already been stopped. There's a comment right here by Javi B. It says, concrete question, una pregunta concreta. O sea, directo y al grano, mi Javi? A ver. In Jalisco, there is an anti-narco military unit. I got word that they are corrupt and only go against enemies of the CGNG. Do you know more, Blue? Yes, I know more, but I can't talk about it. Let me try to have some kind of a way to inform it in a really not aggressive manner. So yes, I know what are you talking about. And I will give you guys I will give you guys information on that, but in a more non-aggressive way. Patty Diedrich Miller says, Oscar, you're the only way I get info of the border crisis. I can find no other outlet. Thank you for all your work and constant information. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Patsy Diedrich. How come parents and families are not being held accountable when they are reunited with their unaccompanied minors here in America, leaving their kids alone, and it's a felony? I will tell you something, and it's one of the things that Pastor Alberto from the shelter Agape and also other pastors from other shelters have said, that how can you go and ask for a child that you left behind and you left them with a coyote, and now you're asking that child to be back with you? There's supposed to be an investigation, and there's supposed to be an investigation for the mother or for the child if they are capable of handling a child. Ultimately, we don't know the reasons why the child was being put through that misery and through that trauma and through that abandoned scenario. But if you're giving it to a coyote, it means that you are not capable of handling your child. So immediately it needs to be addressed. I'm telling you guys, this whole immigration situation, it is just a broken system. This is why these leftist tabloid writers, they get mad at me, because I'm saying the globalist compact of immigration is the most broken system. It does not work, and it's not correctly being applied and done. So it has a lot of filters. It has a lot of loopholes that they are not being, protected. And these are the loopholes. This is a huge loophole that is being protected. They're using children, unaccompanied minors. They're coming. So it is a problem. Javi, I already told you, I don't want to, I will know. And I will tell you, later on. Okay? Reference to your comment, second time. 2 veces ya te dije. Creo que ya la segunda vez que te lo vuelvo a decir, te dije, no puedo hablar del tema, pero ya hablaré del tema ya cuando tenga ya todo bien organizado. No puedo responderte lo que tú quieres ahorita. No te lo voy a responder. Después lo podemos hablar. Y con mucho gusto, ¿cómo no? Saludos. Another comment right here. Thank you so much, Miss Patricia Miller. Says, thank you, Oscar. Love your show. It's hard to get the truthful information. God bless. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Another question is exactly the same question, saying, why is the UN over there? I already explained why the UN is over there. Seahawk says, are parents getting scammed by cartels to give up their children? Makes no sense. We don't know. We cannot make assumptions, and we cannot make a conspiracy theory about what they're doing. A lot of these parents, a lot of them, they're selling their kids. A lot of the kids are just fleeing their homes because they are afraid of what is going on over there in their country, and it is violent, and it is horrible what they're going through in their country. There's a lot of cases, a lot of scenarios, man. It is just not one scenario, and you manage that one, and that is what it is. No, it is not like that. It is not. They're selling them to coyotes, and they're making a profit, and those kids are no. It's a whole lot of scenarios. This is why you have a task force in the Department of Homeland Security who studies every single miner of why they left their land, why they left their country. And a lot of them, they're saying, I was abused in my family, so I had to leave. I was forced to be in a gang, so I have to leave. I was assaulted when I was young, and I'm continually to be assaulted when I was young. I was sold to the cartel. I used to work to the cartel, and I want to get out, and I'm running away from it. There's so many. There's so many scenarios that you cannot be just managing one. If you manage one, you have to understand that this is not a close-minded topic. It is a humongous topic. The unaccompanied minors is a really delicate topic. And yes, a lot, there's a comment right here. Says, I don't believe the kids are living on their own. No way. Yes, they are. Believe me, yes, they are. There's a lot of kids that they're living on their own. And I'm sorry, but if you don't want to believe it, that is on your side. It is a reality. A lot of these kids are living on their own. 16, 17-year-olds. And the problem is with the United States of America that they don't understand that 16, 15, 14, 13-year-olds over here, they already know how, they already have experienced life like a 20-year-old, 21-year-old, 22-year-old, 23-year-old. So they know how to get around. It's a way difference of living. This is how, you live differently in a first-class world country than a third world class country. A 13-year-old, a 14-year-old over here already knows how to get around their neighborhood. They already know how to pick a bus, go alone to the school, walk. It's a way different life. So a lot of these kids, they already know. They already know how to get around, and they already know their response. A lot of them, they know how to use the system. It is like the kid on Arizona, that it was the most kid that has been used for of a fake family. 17 times it has been registered as the minor that has been used more of the times to create a fake family or to create a fake marriage. 17 times this minor has been registered in Arizona. So it is, it is a lot of scenarios. It is not only one. It is a lot of scenarios. And a lot of these kids, they are, being, they're leaving their homes on their own. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. There's multiple examples of it. There's multiple examples of it. Are Mexican kids being kidnapped along the route? Yes, they are. A lot of them, Mexicans, you know, a lot of the Mexican kids, they are being kidnapped, and a lot of them they are using into organ harvesting, and it's a lot. It's a mess. It is a mess. The cartel has completely taken over our country and our security. We got more than 85,000 murders in the first 2.5 years of this president AMLO. It is a horrible administration. A horrible administration of of Mexico, and it was horrible before, but now it is horrible now. And like a Mexican paisano told me the other day, "Estábamos mejor cuando estábamos peor." We were better than at the time that we were worst. So this is a really significant time for us in terms to security. We don't feel secure in our country. We haven't felt secure in our country for since I remember. I never felt secure in my country. And I will tell you that as I am, as I, as I am 40 years old, uh, and if I am, I am 40 years old, and I can tell you, in my whole life, I have never said, I feel 100% secure in my country. I'm being honest, and you can ask that to another 40-year-old if they had felt 100% secure in their country. And it's just the way it is. Jovan Williams is saying it's not all Mexico, man. America funded the corruption and the cartel groups. You're going into some other topics, man, that it's just, come on, brother. We're not going to get into that because you have your own theory. There's a lot of agents that they are corrupt. There's a lot of border patrol agents that they're corrupt. There's a lot of United States Customs agents that they're corrupt. The system is corrupt. You got a lot of Congress people that they are speculated to be involved with the organized crime. You got a lot of people in the United States that now they're allowing the cartel to control the other side of the border. Yes, there is, but ultimately it is just this. It is the buyer and the seller. And it goes down to that. It is the buyer and the seller. The seller distributes, the buyer just buys and brings it in. It is as simple as that. Whoever allows it to be made, whoever allows it to be created is because it's receiving money. Whoever is allowing it to come in, whoever is allowing it to distribute, it is because it's receiving money. It goes down to buyer and seller. It is the way it is. So let's not get into topics that it was a group by the CIA, and those are the ones that infiltrated the guns and Fast and the Furious, and they're the ones that they're funding, so they're creating this, and it is a system, and I hate the United States of America. Like, get the hell. Like, oh my God, we're not going to get into that. So really, it is a buyer and a seller. It is as simple as that. Simple as that. How's everybody doing? God bless you guys. God bless you guys. There's a comment right here, another one. Right here it says Trump is in Germany with the elites, laughing at how he separated the nation and left it to collapse. Wow. I will leave that comment and let me just breathe in a little bit your comment. Oh. That's a beautiful. Oh my God. Trump is in Germany with the elites, laughing of how he separated the nation and left it to collapse. Oh, wow. I really don't want to respond it. It's oh my God. Hasta me da hueva responderle a esta gente, la verdad. I don't want to respond to you, man. It's just I get a headache just by the comment. I can go on and telling you facts and telling you how This has been a problem since Barack Obama started bringing it with their globalistic ideologies, and how Barack Obama was the one that started bringing globalism into your country. But you will fall into the narrative of screaming and yelling and saying, no, like, it's, I will leave it like that. There's a comment right here by Pastor Alberto. Says, parents that hire a coyote, they are the ones that fund the coyote. Thank you so much, Pastor, for giving me this comment. It's really important for the people that they were saying why the parents are not, they're not responsible, and they're not being held accountable for, them leaving their children. There's a person that it can respond better than me on that, and that is Pastor Alberto. And he says, parents that hire the coyote, they are the ones that fund the coyote. Everyone that hires a coyote, they fund them. There is no law that will find someone that hire a coyote guilty. It is a reality. It is a reality. There's no law. Really, there's none. And it's none. There's no law that it can, help to find who hired the coyote. So he's actually right. But it's ultimately, potentially being involved in a crime. So it has to do with illegally, entering the country. God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining. You can follow me at Facebook, YouTube, my channel at Telegram, and also Instagram. Thank you so much for joining this evening. I did a little Q&A. I think I extended a little bit myself. But, some of the people that they were asking, like, really, really questions that I'm like, I'm so tired of those questions, man. It's just, if they want to ask a question like that, they are willing to also hear it. Because these liberals, they believe in freedom of speech, but they don't believe on freedom of a rhetorical question or a response. Or rebuttal, or whatever you want to call it. They don't believe on people answering correctly back. Because if I answer to you something with facts and numbers, and I answer to you something that has been happening, you are going to be able to also digest it, as you're going to tell me, this is what Trump did. And I will say, show it to me. And if you show it to me, I'll be like, all right, that happened because of this, this, and this. Can we go with that? No, we hate this. Okay, now you are falling into a narrative. So if we are going to speak transparently without no Democrat hat, no Republican hat, no liberal hat, just as a normal human being, come and talk to me, man. But if you're going to fall into now hate monger, like all this, oh my God, es un dolor de cabeza. Dan hueva, ya dan hueva, en serio. Dan hueva. Dan hueva. This is really, it's a pain in the butt, really, to answer you guys. You guys want to come in and you want me to answer you when you guys cannot take the comment back. It's not going nowhere. It's just arguing with the wall. So it's just like, you know what? Go ahead and have a beautiful day. So God bless you all on this Sunday. Thank you so much for joining. Stay safe. Viva Mexico. Viva Mexico. Y por siempre, viva Mexico. And God bless the United States of America. And like we always say, people, peace and love, everybody, because always your country's first. God bless.
ya van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days and it's been weeks, and he hasn't said anything. Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the best, sacrifice for your country. Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! Porque la Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.